welcome to Between the Ears / welcome to the feed shed. Today I'm going to be showing you what I feed Haze. So I'm going to be taking you through the hay that I feed him, the hard feeds I feed him, and the pasture he grazes on. For hay, he gets 1 biscuit of lucerne hay and 1 biscuit of teff hay morning and night. He doesn't always finish the teff, that's okay, I just leave it there for him as an option. The lucerne is for the protein content, and the general nutritional profile is quite nice for a horse that's in work. Gives him a little boost of energy, keeps the weight on him. I really like lucerne for that. And then just as a general stomach buffer, he gets the teff, which is good just to help line his stomach. He is also on 24/7 grazing, so that's on a partially improved pasture, and he gets to free graze on that all the time, and yeah, he loves it. It's great for him, that's the way horses are designed to eat, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I always let him eat his hay before I ride him, just so it lines his stomach to prevent any kind of stomach ulceration when I'm riding, because if you ride a horse on an empty stomach, the acids that are in their stomach splash up the sides of their gut and they can give them really nasty ulcers. So I just let him eat lucerne hay for about half an hour while I tack him up and groom him just before my rides so that he doesn't get ulcers. The extra fibre from the long stem roughage from the hay is also amazing for their digestion, so I highly recommend giving your horse as much hay as they'll eat. And it doesn't have to be lucerne if you have an easy keeper. Give them something like teff, something like Rhodes grass hay, anything that has a low nutritional profile but is just there to act as a stomach buffer and keep their gut moving. It's really beneficial for their health. So he actually gets the exact same meal morning and evening, so I don't need to show you any differences. In the last year, I've really simplified what he gets, so this isn't going to be some fancy routine with a ton of supplements. This is just what he needs, simple, not overdone. So I'm now going to run you through exactly what he gets in his hard feeds. I like to make them up in these little buckets. As you can see, it's a very small amount of food for a big horse. He is 515 kilos, and this is about 1.5 kilos, if that. So the base of all of his hard feeds is 1 scoop of lucerne chaff, and that just acts as a nice form of roughage so that he chews his food properly. Because he has unfortunately suffered with choke in the past, I just really want to encourage that chewing and stimulation. So just a really small amount of chaff. I don't know what it is with Australian horse owners, but I find that everyone feeds a lot of chaff and I just don't understand it. It's literally just chopped up hay. If you want your horse to have a lot of chaff, why not just give them an extra biscuit of hay? The long stem roughage actually stimulates the chewing and the gut more anyway. So I don't know what that is, but he gets 1 scoop of chaff, and then I follow that up with 1/3 of a scoop. And when I say scoop, I have one of these. It's a 2-litre scoop. He gets 1 full one of these of lucerne chaff, and then he gets 1/3 a scoop of hygain fibressentials, and that is basically just condensed fibre and chaff pellet. So I just give him that for some extra fibre. It's got a lot in it. It's just really good for their gut, and I really enjoy that as a little additive to his feed. I know you can just feed that and no chaff, but again, just with the chewing, I prefer to give him the lucerne chaff. And then next up, he gets the CEN CF50 grain-free vitamin and mineral pellet, and he gets 250 grams of that daily. And this is just a really low dose condensed vitamin and mineral product that I have found works amazing for him. I don't like to give pellets that have a really high feed rate, so I find that this works great and it just covers all the bases. Now we're nearing the end. The next is the only supplement that I give him, which is Digestive EQ. I just love this product. I find that it works amazingly. I had him on it for a few years. I took him off it. I noticed the difference, so he's back on it now, and I really love it. I love the benefits for his coat. He has never looked better. It is a pricey one, but it's one that I'm willing to invest in because I really do notice the difference, and that is literally the only supplement that he gets. Next up is something that every horse needs, and that's salt. He gets 50 grams of salt daily, so that's 25 grams in each feed. And I use the CEN crystal salt. It doesn't have any of the nasty heavy metals that are found in other commercially available salts. Now, any salt is better than no salt, so if you don't want to buy the CEN salt, still buy salt for your horse and put it in their feed. It is super important. It stimulates thirst, keeps them hydrated in that way. There's a lot of research backed behind it, and yeah, add salt to your horse's feed. And he gets 50 grams because he is in full work. Next up, and the final thing that he gets, is CEN oil. He gets this for his skin and coat, his immune health, an extra boost of energy, and just, yeah, he looks so shiny when he's on this. I love it. I give him about 100 mils a day, cold pressed flaxseed oil, that's all it is. I'm a big fan of CEN as a brand. I really enjoy their principles and the simplification of the diet, because so many horse diets are so overcomplicated and it's just so unnecessary. So I really appreciate CEN for that. And yeah, that's his hard feed. That's literally all he gets, and that's all he needs. And he looks great on it, he performs great on it, he's not hot-headed, he has a lot of energy. I just think that this is the diet that I have found works best for him. In the winter, I may add something like lupins or copra to add a little bit more weight to him. But other than that, this is all he gets, this is all he needs. I really recommend trying to simplify your horse's diet. Think about the supplements you have. I know at one point I was feeding so many different supplements, and then I looked at the ingredients of all of them, thought about what they actually did, and so many of them crossed over. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'm not a horse nutritionist. This is just what I found works for my horse. I know that it's complete and balanced feed and he does amazing on it, but remember that every horse is different, so make sure you consult your vet or a horse dietitian, or Food Excel is a great online platform that you can pay a subscription for to check if your horse's diet is balanced. But the main thing I would say, guys, is just don't be ignorant. Make sure you know exactly what you're feeding your horse, because it's easy to just trust the brand and just give them whatever and, you know, hope it works and throw in a bunch of different supplements if something's not working. But just make sure you really know what you're feeding your horse, and make sure you're not doubling up on things. And it's so important to just simplify it down and work out what they really need. And what they need is lots of forage and a balanced diet. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm not a dietitian.